Every summer, crabbers flock to the Connecticut shoreline in search of this armored delicacy, the blue claw crab. Now, introducing a new means of capturing this and all of the species of crabs, the crab trapper. The crab trap that tosses like a horseshoe from dry land. A double-hinged spring-action door that works reliably pull after pull, putting crabs in your bucket. Built as tough and long-lasting as its bigger cousin, the lobster pot. The crab trapper is a completely new and unique idea in crab traps. It features a bait cage for easy baiting and for preventing the crabs from stealing the bait. Sheet metal sides that act as stabilizers that keep the trap upright as it descends to the bottom. A spring-action double-hinged door that is drawn closed by the act of pulling the trap in. A 3/8-inch braided nylon tie line that's light years beyond the kite string attached to every other crab trap I've ever seen. Last but not least, our distinctive logo. The crab trapper works good in all crabbing environments, especially in creeks and salt marshes, but equally well from jetties and other rocky areas, off of bridges, piers, and docks, and in shallower waters from boats, such as when fishing for flounder. Old-style crab traps, such as the one illustrated here, are an awkward four-door design that must be lowered down into the water from above. This limits your ability to reach all the areas where crabs potentially are from your crabbing spot. The crab trapper, on the other hand, tosses like a horseshoe, and with practice you can reach areas that no other crab trap can. It's a good idea always to have the other end of your tie line staked into the ground before you cast. The crab trapper is the result of 3 years of a combination of design tweaking and relentless field testing. From the prototype shop in which it was born, it is a short walk through the salt marsh to an undisclosed location I call the Crab Lab on the banks of a small tidal river in Guilford, Connecticut. It is here that every feature of the crab trapper has been tested for effectiveness and longevity. It was during the second year of the design that I brought one of my prototypes to Captain Morgan's Bait and Tackle in Madison for an expert evaluation and input from the captain himself. The captain has been invaluable to me, not only for his feedback on the crab trapper, but for educating me on the needs of the tackle shop proprietor. He sold a lot of crab trappers this past summer, so I asked him to give a demo as he would to a customer.
Hi folks, this is a blue crab. This is a crab trap. Probably one of the finest ones I've come across. Certainly one that's made to be able to throw, drop off a bridge, or a pier. Problem is getting this crab into this trap when it doesn't want to do it. Well, if you notice, we have a grid, we have a bait cage, we have solid sides which act as stabilizers. And when this crab is thrown, which you may want to do is at first attach the line here, it invariably will land right side up. At this particular point in time, the door comes down, bait will go right into the bait cage. The crab, if he's happy, will make his way in. The only way he can get to the bait is if it lands right on top or if he goes in. Once he's in, we now have a crab in a trap, ready for dinner.
Let's look at some real-life demonstrations of the crab trapper's features. Let's start with the bait cage. Baiting a trap was always the least favorite part of crabbing for me, but the crab trapper makes this part easy. Baiting the crab trapper is easy. You just open the bait box, insert your bait of choice, snap the bait box shut. You're good to go. This bait's going nowhere. The crabs are only going in the trap. Open the bait box, place in your bait of choice, snap the bait box shut. You're in there, baby. Now let us consider the crab trapper's construction itself. Its double-folded riveted sheet metal sides, 14 gauge zinc plated welded wire mesh and the 3/8 inch braided nylon tie line. The Crab Trapper's 025 aluminum sheet metal double folded sides, and its 1 inch by 1 inch 14 gauge wire mesh construction, 12 rivets, ensure that this is the strongest crab trap ever made. Let's look at the spring action double hinged trap door. Okay, I'd like to simply demonstrate the door action on the Crabtech Crab Trapper trap. You throw the trap out with the door open like this, hits the bottom this way. It's designed to right itself before it hits the bottom. Lands roughly like this depending upon the underwater terrain. When you pull back on it, when you've decided you want to test to see if, pull your trap back in, the door shuts like that. The door shuts like that. Trap comes in. And don't overlook the stenciled logo on each side of the trap. The red symbol attracts crabbers as well as crabs to the trap and has helped spread the word of mouth. The Crab Trapper is made in the USA and will remain made in the USA. And now a note on how hard these traps have been field tested. Our test traps have seen nearly daily usage for the entire crabbing season of the summer of '07, May through October. As you can see, we treat them rough because we expect you to. We've caught a heck of a lot of crabs while perfecting the Crab Trapper. And it's not just blue crabs. You can catch tons of the smaller rock crabs that the kids love and that anglers use for bait. Sometimes you'll get what we call a hanger-on. The Crab Trapper is designed so that you can balance it on any 5-gallon bucket and weight these little suckers out. And that sure beats shaking them out of a net. So let's review. The Crab Trapper is a totally new and unique crab trap that is tossable, has a double-hinged spring door, withstands abuse, and is super easy to bait. But best of all, the Crab Trapper puts more crabs in your bucket while having more fun doing so.